6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
They can't hang with us.
They go play action now. Jackson. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Set, hut, 6 yards. What's the run? They're running it. Bang, bang,
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Oh, he's going to go for it all. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Here's Jackson to throw. Able to find Isabella. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. Several media outlets thought Andy Isabella was the top receiver in this year's class out of UMass. He dominated his senior year there. 1,700 yards, 13 touchdowns. They really say that he can just take a top off a defense. He ran a 4.31 40 at the Combine, 3rd fastest of all attendees. And then he was taken 62nd. A lot of experts think he was a major bargain with loads of potential. On first down, Grant. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Andy Isabella was the intended target. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. Brooks Reed with a tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. A gain of 32 that time.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Play action now. Winston. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Like the footwork back there. I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. On 2nd down, Barber. There he goes inside the 30. 20! And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah,
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake, Winston. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gay's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Jackson from the shotgun. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And this will be caught at the 30. 36 yards on the play.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, Buccaneers 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Check the backer, check the backer.
On 2nd down, it's Barber. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Flip. You're not ready. You're flip. Check safety. Check 52.
Now Winston. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, to pick up of 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go. Easy. Under 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Hey, 5-0.
They go play action. Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
He's not going to get me. Switch it. Come on, switch it. White. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
Throwing. Winston. That's caught by Howard. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
Ready. White 25. 3. Check, 43. Sonny. Check, 43. Hey, switch gears.
Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Ready, flag 25. Watch the screen.
From the red zone now, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They go play action with Jackson. Flushed out right. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Larry Fitzgerald. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Buccaneers 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at at their own 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, come on. Easy.
Winston now. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
Easy.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He completes it to Evans. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Ready. Blue 80. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Point that up.
A first down throw for Winston. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Ready.
First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Jameis now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's get him to
Winston gives to Barber. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Let's convert. Check 9. Check. Come on. Sunday. 5-0. Check 24. Let's go.
After the penalty, it's Jones. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Ready? Black 22 set. Green, triple C. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. 50 the mic. Oh, yeah. 80 weapons. Here we go again. Here we go again. Hey, 26, check 5 on the 50. Check 5 on the 50. Green, triple C. Here we go.
Third and long for Winston. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. They have not gotten him going at all. Trying to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
On the return is Kirk. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked up on Levante David, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League. That
it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Draw play, Winston to Jones. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. Begin. Sonic. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Hopper. The ball right here, let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Check 50. Check. White. Cross.
On third down, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Winston now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
43.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
In the face. Check three. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Winston. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Scott Miller with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now 17-14. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Jackson. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Ndamukong Suh able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Cardinals. Corey Grant, his second touchdown on the season as they have taken the lead. Gonzalez now to have the extra point. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check, 17. Check. 20. Even. 25.
Play action now. Winston. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll start the drive to the ground with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Johnson on poke free. Football's held. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're going to... set up shop at the 27-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Winston now after the fumble recovery. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Buda Baker with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. After the interception, here's Jackson. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Watch out. 36. Sponge. No. Check.
Play action. Now Jackson. Carl Nassib coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw, eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Ndamukong Suh. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Barber. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal.
Flip it. Switch. Check 37. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
And they try to sweep the Jones. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
Had the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. 3rd and goal. Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Gay knocks this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. This complete to the tight end Clay. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Jackson. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. This is Grant. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Now a first down carry by Jones. A gain of 3, second down. They'll look to throw. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. Winston to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. At the 21-yard line.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had